Hello, my fishy people. Welcome to Ready, Set, Go Fish. This evening, I wanted to show a little bit of where I'm at with this tank. I have something really exciting in the works that I wanted to share with you guys. I have been fighting the good fight, just like many of you all, against nitrates. That's been a real theme of the time I've spent having Malawi cichlids. They tend to be overcrowded, and I don't know, they eat a lot. They just seem to need a lot of water changes if you want to keep your nitrates anywhere in the reasonable range, as well as really large water changes, which I don't love wasting all that water. So I've been looking for ways to reduce that. So I've done something a little bit similar over here. This is the Predator Hap tank. Here's a new addition you guys may not have seen yet. Just got some little plants going over here. Parlor palm, some other stuff too, just growing in these little baskets. You know, these are small, the tank is big. I don't think it's really going to make much of a difference with nitrates at this scale, but I've also got some pothos growing down here. This stuff is absolutely thriving. Just have like one little tiny grow light up here, and it seems to do quite a bit. So I won't say it has solved my nitrate problems, but it has made them a bit better. But today I have something new to bring into this battle, and I'm going to show you all that. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, what we're looking at here is the latest weapon in the war against nitrates. This is a planting basket with a big ass area where I'm going to put a huge plant, and that is going to sit right on the top of this tank and just be sucking all the nitrates out. So that's the goal, at least. Hopefully it looks cool and it takes some nitrates out and I don't have to water my plants anymore. So I'm pretty optimistic about this thing. In fact, I was walking one day with my baby, and we were walking along an area that's like kind of off the beaten path, kind of down in a wash, and I found these two sheets of kind of plexiglass-like stuff, like polycarbonate. I don't really know what this stuff is, but it's similar to acrylic or plexiglass or polycarbonate. So I grabbed them and I cut them all up on my table saw, and I put it all together using what I think most people build acrylic tanks out of, a product called Weld On. There's Weld On 4, there's Weld On 16. I use Weld On 16, which dries a little bit slower, and I just, honestly, it's not like beautiful work or anything, but I just kind of gooshed it up in the seams, and it was actually really simple. I've never built anything out of acrylic before, but it's turned out pretty good. Seems pretty strong. I did put some little fins on here to strengthen these wings. I've had some experience with polycarbonate. I guess I have built this. This is the only other polycarbonate project I've done. But I don't know if you can tell in this video, but it has bowed, and I don't think that's unusual. So hopefully these little fins keep it nice and flat, so it sits nice and flat in the tank for a good long time. So the idea is I have this giant one, and I'm going to put a big acacia plant right in there with room to grow. This one I'm going to probably leave empty. That's where the light will fit in above it. And this one I'll just put some this and that, whatever. So let me toss it in. And here we are. This is the first entrance of it. It's pretty giant. It hangs down in the water maybe 6 inches, maybe 5.5 inches, 5 inches, depending on water level. As you can see, these wings sit right on top. Fits in pretty snugly. Did a pretty decent job measuring. I've left some room on the sides. I may build a couple other similar things out of it, the same material, and kind of fill in this space on the sides. Put some more plants up in there. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully these holes are big enough. I'm glad to see that there is some water circulation over here. It's obviously getting knocked down a bit, but it's all a big experiment, so hopefully it goes smoothly. Next, let me give you a quick look at the plant and what I've done. Alright, this is the acacia plant. I got this one at Costco. It was like 20 bucks in kind of a ugly pot. It hasn't been doing that great, honestly. I haven't had a great place to put it. I've been worried about my kid like knocking it down, so I've had it outside in the shade, and it's obviously not thriving. I feel like I've given enough water, but maybe not. It looks dry. So it's gonna have all the water it can possibly drink now. So I took it out of the pot and I spent quite a bit of time like rinsing out all the roots and cleaning it up as best I could. And that's about as clean as I could get it. So I'm just gonna take this guy and pop it in here. I suspect it's going to need a little bit of work to make it sit properly, but it's just hanging out here for now. Look at that. Cool. So here's the first look at the whole little project here. Honestly, this hasn't taken very much work. Like, these plants, they're a bit of a pain in the ass, in my opinion. Like, I'm new to the plant world, but I've like been buying plants here and there, and I will say they're a lot more work in the dirt than they are in the aquariums. You put them in the aquarium, you don't have to worry about anything. No watering, they just take care of themselves, and I like to think of this thing like sucking up the nitrates. So that is the plan. I'll try to get some shots soon in the light. I'll probably put a few more little plants around it soon, but I'm pretty pleased with it for now. All right, stay fishy, people. We'll talk to you next time.